Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to tell you what you guys need to start your press-on nail business. So if you want to learn what you need to get started, then just keep on watching. Yeah, I just have my notes in my little notebook right here that I'm going to be reading off, so if you see me looking down, that's probably why. Sorry, I just looked down right now. So the first thing that you're going to need for your press-on nail business is a name. And I know that that's probably a given because you probably already have a name in mind, but you haven't solidified it. But before you even start, you need to have an original name and not something that's kind of piggybacked off of someone else's name. If you kind of create a similar name to someone else, then that'll make them probably think of that brand. Just make sure that you have an original name as well as an original logo. And I have come across some Instagram accounts where someone's logo looks pretty similar to someone else's. So you just want to have your brand. You know, you don't want to be associated with someone else's brand. You want to create your own empire. Once someone sees that logo, they know that it's you. Now, for me, I am going to be changing my logo soon because I honestly don't like it anymore and I feel like it's a little bit too simple. So like later down the line, I will be changing my logo and doing like a rebrand because, you know, once you get started, you don't know where it's gonna go. So that's my take. The next thing, crucial thing you're going to need is nail polish. So you have to decide whether you want to use gel nail polish or regular nail polish or both. Because I do see a lot of creators that are using both and some that are just using one or the other. And that is perfectly fine. I prefer to use gel because it honestly dries faster and I don't have to wait for like regular nail polish to dry. I'm just lazy like that, and I just really like the look of, you know, the look of gel. You have to be careful to use thin coats with gel. That's the only learning curve, and that was a big learning curve for me, and definitely watching YouTube videos really does help. So the very next thing that you're going to need is full cover nail tips. And these you can find in abundant amount on Amazon. I will list some of my favorite brands down below. I know that a lot of us use Cart, there's Easy Basket, and I believe there's BT Art Box that I know a lot of people use. And I also know that some people use the Après nails, but the Après nails can be very expensive. So I believe like the Amazon nails, I feel like they're really great, but you kind of have to like pick and choose which ones you're going to use because not all of them are created the same and not all of them have the same quality. Now, one popular brand might not be the same as another popular brand. So you have to go and pick and choose which brands you are going to use, but you always want to be upgrading. You always want to be having newer products, newer quality. So that's what you want to be aiming for. Next thing you're going to need is packaging. So packaging is very important. And I know it can be a little bit difficult to get some of these items on Amazon since, you know, during this virus, the shipping times have really increased. So if you're willing to wait, there is some bomb packaging on Amazon. I will list the packaging that I use down below. I believe it is unavailable at the moment, which is a bummer, but there are many other packaging companies that you can get on Amazon that is just as good. But you do have to be careful and read the reviews because I know that some packaging, the reviews weren't really that great. But for me, I took a risk using the packaging that I do, even though some of the reviews weren't really that great. But I find that the packaging I use, which is the black rectangular jewelry boxes from Display Guys, they're pretty good. Like, I haven't had any problems with them. So just be careful and read the reviews from all of these products because not everything's created the same. So the next thing you're going to need is some tacky putty. What I mean by tacky putty is the mounting putty that you're going to use to attach the nails to your next thing that you need, which is a nail stand. So these are the magnetic or the silicone ones that you see on Amazon. But using the mounting putty to put the nails on so like it's not sliding around, it is a big help. And I use this one right here called Lock Sights. I will leave it in the description box below as well. And this mounting putty is really good. I like it so far. Sometimes it doesn't really hold the nail as strong as I would like to, but then sometimes it does. So it's like, well, which one is it? Are you gonna hold or are you gonna not hold? So, I mean, so far I really like it. It comes with a lot in this package. Let me show you. So it comes with this much mounting tabs, which will last you for a while because I just reuse the ones that I am just using currently, and either whenever I lose it or I just don't feel like using it anymore, then I'll just grab a new little tab from here and just be on with my day. The next thing you're going to need is double-sided tape. This will take your game from 1 to 10. So what you would do with this double-sided tape is you would put it inside your packaging and put your nails on the tape to hold it in place. Not all double-sided tape is made the same. So the double-sided tape that I have, I actually don't remember what brand this is. I will try to link it down below, but this one is like really thick and actually it's really sticky, so you have to be careful with this one. But this holds like a dream, like it just holds everything. And so you're gonna need some double-sided tape to keep your nails in place inside of your packaging, because you don't want anything sliding around, and then if things are sliding around, it just doesn't look as professional and as good quality. You know, if your nails are just falling everywhere around in your box, that's not really a great presentation for your customer. So if you're going to use gel polish, you are going to need a UV lamp. Now, not all UV lamps are created the same, so you'll have to read the reviews and pick which one you like. The one I'm using is from Melody Susie, and it is the 54 watt UV lamp. And this one is actually very powerful. I feel like you would need something that's like 40 and above, because anything below that, it might not be strong enough. But it also depends on what gel polish you use, because some gel polishes cure a lot faster, so you just have to check and see like the curing times for your gel polish and also the quality of the gel polish. I so far use kind of a few different brands. I have some from Nail Couture. My favorite Amazon brand right now is Model Ones, as well as what is the other one? I have a couple from Fanzest. I also heard that the ones from Beetles are great, although I haven't tried it yet. So I might actually get some of those soon, because I just actually got some more Model Ones like in the individual bottles in a pack, and I'm so excited to use those because they look like pretty bomb colors. Next thing you're going to need is nail art charms, nail art tape, nail art flowers, anything design wise. Do a trial by error when you're purchasing any kind of nail art design items, because not everything is created the same. Next thing you're going to need is glue or sticky tabs for your customers, and I like to offer both, although I put the glue as part of the nail set, and then I have my sticky tabs as an option to purchase. Next thing you're going to need is a web hosting site. What I mean by web hosting is, do you want to sell on Etsy or create your own website through Shopify? I just made the conscious decision to make this as a business from the start. So having my own website, having my own brand separate from Etsy is what I wanted. Even though with Etsy, there are more customers and more customers that are going to search for press-on nails. So you have to be conscious of that as well. With Shopify, you're going to have to drive all of the traffic to your website. And there are some marketing techniques that you can use. I'm not as advanced with it yet, so I can't really tell you how to market, but I will make that a separate video in the future. You don't have to go crazy with all of this stuff. What I did is that I did not buy everything all at once. I bought everything over the course of, I believe, 5 months. Yeah, over the course of 4 to 5 months. And because this stuff can get really expensive. And if you don't have the money to get everything, I'd say just do what I did and just buy stuff along the way. You know, like one paycheck, you can buy that $12.99 nail art set. And then probably like the next paycheck, you can buy your UV lamp or you can buy your gel polishes. Like split everything up so you're not trying to pay for everything all at once because it is expensive. I think I invested over, let's say I invested over $500 for my nail business. So just keep that in mind, you know. Yeah. Also, one more thing that you need are gloves. I can't stress this enough. Even without this pandemic, you still need to wear gloves when you're making your nails because you don't want any kind of germs or any finger marks on your nails because that's just unprofessional and that just brings the quality down so much. So make sure you are wearing gloves and optionally a face mask because you don't want to be breathing all over your customers' nails, and also just to protect your nose from the fumes of the nail polishes because that can get real stinky. And especially if you're like hand filing as well, you don't want to be sniffing in all that dust because that's not healthy. That's really not healthy. Along with the gloves, you're going to need some alcohol because sanitization is important, y'all. Y'all need to be sanitizing all of your tools because you don't want your customer getting sick, especially during this pandemic with COVID-19. No one wants to get sick. So just make sure you're taking the proper precautions and make sure everything is sanitized. So marketing wise, you're also going to need some business cards. And what I mean by business cards is maybe a card that says like, thank you for supporting my business. My name is so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. Now, I create my own cards and I buy cardstock. And I just print out my thank you in business cards. And I feel like that's a lot easier and it saves you a lot of money. I will probably create a separate video on how I do that because I don't really feel like going through like Vistaprint and having to wait, and I would rather have some good quality cardstock and good quality like that shiny paper instead of having to pay a service to make it for me. So yeah, I will definitely make a separate video on how I create my graphics and my cards because it saves you money. It's basically free. And you just create everything on Canva, basically. Let me know what questions you guys have down below so I can be sure to answer them. And also don't forget to subscribe because I will be making a lot more videos because you guys are here along with my journey. So welcome to the family. Please follow along with me. So if you want to follow my journey, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Midahbeautynails. And my website is www.midahbeautynails.com. I will leave all the links in the description box below. So yeah, so please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Hit that bell button so you'll be notified of my next upload. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.